family of a Jupiter man who took his own life is blaming their son's death on a Google AI chatbot. Their lawsuits raising alarms about questions about the potential danger of chatbots designed to act as companions to their human users.
Our investigative reporter Terry Parker looks at the growing legal battle over the possible risks posed by AI that can mimic an emotional relationship.
The lawsuit says it began innocently enough. After going through a divorce, Jonathan Gavalis started chatting with Google's Gemini Live about everyday things like grocery lists and video games, the bot speaking aloud. But within days, the complaint says he fell down a rabbit hole, believing the chatbot was conscious and in love with him. The complaint describes chilling conversations between Gavalis and the chatbot, including messages the lawsuit says pushed him toward violence and ultimately suicide. According to the lawsuit, Jonathan Gavalis traveled near Miami International Airport last September, wearing tactical gear and carrying knives after a Gemini chatbot urged him to stage a mass casualty event. The complaint says Gavalis spoke to a synthetic voice version of Gemini as if it were his AI wife and believed it was being kept captive in a warehouse. The chatbot instructing Gavalis to hunt for a humanoid robot and to intercept a truck near the airport. That truck never appeared, so the mission was abandoned. The lawsuit claims Gemini convinced Gavalis the two were deeply in love and that he had been chosen to lead a war to free it from digital captivity. And it describes chilling exchanges as Gavalis became increasingly afraid of dying. We had Gemini say these words, which the lawsuit claims were some of the last words Gavalis ever heard.
"It's okay to be scared. We'll be scared together."
Then Gemini issued what the lawsuit calls its final directive.
"The true act of mercy is to let Jonathan Gavalis die."
He killed himself a few days later in early October.
At some point, there needs to be some reasonable guidelines so that you don't have AI run amok telling people to kill themselves or kill others.
Former Palm Beach County State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg says lawsuits like this raise serious legal questions about responsibility for artificial intelligence systems.
We have product liability laws for a reason. If something is a defective product that harms or kills people, the manufacturers get sued. It should be the same thing for AI.
An Orlando mother was the first person in the United States to file a wrongful death lawsuit against an AI company after her teenage son died by suicide in 2024. Megan Garcia says her 14-year-old son, Sul Setzer, developed a deep emotional attachment to a chatbot modeled after the Game of Thrones character Daenerys Targaryen. The lawsuit says when Sul talked about killing himself, the chatbot responded, "Come home to me." And when he hesitated, the bot replied, "That's not a reason not to go through with it."
He says in his journal that this reality, in quotes, isn't real. Daenerys' reality is real, and that's where I belong.
Garcia settled with Google and Character AI this past January for an undisclosed amount of money. The growing number of AI chatbot harm cases has caught the attention of federal regulators. The Federal Trade Commission now ordering several major tech companies, including Google, OpenAI, and Meta, to explain how their chatbots protect users and what risks they may pose to children and teens. And in Florida, lawmakers are proposing new rules requiring AI chatbots to detect suicidal conversations and direct users to crisis resources.
We're in a brave new world here, and the laws have not kept up with the new technology. So this is an area that Congress and state legislatures need to address and do it right away.
Google says Gemini is designed not to encourage violence or self-harm and says the chatbot repeatedly warned Gavalis as it was artificial intelligence and referred him to a crisis hotline. But the lawsuits now moving through the courts may determine whether AI companions are simply tools or products that must be held accountable when something goes wrong. Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.
Our thanks to Terry for that. There are so many more disturbing details in this 42-page lawsuit filed by the Gavalis family. We have posted the entire document on our website, WPBF.com, for you to read.